falls from the sky. To whom should this fall?
The second. To the next least disadvantage.
To?
The next least disadvantage.
Unless the previous one is still the most disadvantage.
Yes.
Right? Because it would mean the most in that case. You have to understand this principle, because this principle is not just theoretical. This principle is a principle which will help you solve a lot of problems. Let's take a couple of problems. In the case with Andrews, I am the CEO. He is the employee. Okay? My decision, who is the most disadvantaged? He is. So my decision to resolve the dilemma how to do it, I should bias that in favor of the least advantage. Understand? Okay. So, actually there is an institution in every country that does that. Which institution? That favors the least advantage.
Ración y librerías.
I told you. Angelos, I am the guy of the company, he is the employee. We haven't disputed. No. Which court? Which court? Which state? Which court? That's it. So the labor court. The labor court. The labor courts in every country, no matter what, when there's a dispute between an employee and an employer, they give a more favorable treatment to the employee. Always. Because they apply the principle of the least advantage. Okay? You understand that? The principle of the least advantage. So, the bottom line of the Rawlsian theory is that two things. One, always think yourself. Okay? That you have equal probability to be the other side, the other person. The person on the other side, equal probability. How you want to be treated. You have equal probability to be him, and you didn't know. I mean, now maybe you are both, but you have equal probability to have been the employee. And second, the principle of the least advantage. So favor the least advantage.
So, if you're selfish though, why would you think it's more fair giving the money elsewhere? You would want to keep it to yourself. Well, you're selfish.
We don't know who you are.
Yeah, but you're selfish, so it doesn't matter who you are.
It's a big, let's say.
You mean still behind the veil of ignorance?
Yes.
Then you're stupid.
You are still rational.
Yes, you are. Guys, you understand. What do you mean? You are voting where the marginal dollar will go. Well, you don't know who you are going to be.
To whoever I'll be when I'm born.
How can you specify that? You have to, you make it the constitution without knowing what you are going to be. You say, what do you do for the disadvantage? You are saying you go to the advantage. Okay, so this go to the advantage. Oh, fine, in your advantage. But Bill Gates, is this going to Bill Gates, for example? Will he notice this?
No.
No. If it goes to the poorest of the poor, will he notice that?
Yes.
He will have the party of his life. Then you can be equal probability. Choose.
But you're saying people can't be fair unless they're behind.
Yes.
They are behind.
Yes, but you are behind.
But they're selfish and rational. You can't get rid of those two.
You cannot. Yes.
It goes against those first two for me.
No, it does not.
This gives you the chance, if you are in that position of the poorest, to gain this money.
Alexander, you have to transport yourself. You are a spirit and you are voting about the society you are going to be born in without knowing what you are going to be born in. You vote for categories of people. You say for disadvantage, most disadvantaged. You vote for blacks, you vote for Greeks, you vote for rich, for poor. But you don't know which one you are going to be. You have equal chance to be anyone. So you are forced to be fair.
So why not put
That's
ourselves in the position of each category and say which one is worst?
What's that?
If I put myself in the category of disabled people or poor people, is any better?
Yes.
I put myself in those categories and say, okay, this category needs it most.
Yes.
It's a
Okay.
better way to do it.
Yes.
And easier to.
Nikos, that's exactly what it forces you to do. The problem is that most people already they say, now I made it. I happen to be born rich, my father is Chakolas or Lalidis, I don't need to worry about the most disadvantaged. You understand? So this forces everybody to think, right, as having the equal chance. Because when you are born, you already know who you are. You have a certificate.
So it's the same thing, putting yourself into this position?
Yes,
or-
this is exactly puts you to wear the shoes of all people, including the least advantaged. And if you could do that, you could really do that. That's exactly what it says. But you have to abstract from what you are now in order to say, when these are real money, to say this should go to the least advantaged.
Isn't it the same? If you put your position...
Yes,
in
you
place-
can. Yes, it's a golden rule. It's a golden rule. It's the same thing as Candia. So yes, of course. Okay. Yes.
What it was as a spirit, you like those what you get, let's say, have a chance of being born poor and stupid, have a chance of being born rich and
Yes.
mega
Yes.
clever. I like my also. I want me, if I'm born to be rich and clever, I want me to be much different from the poor. And I'll take my chances, you know, if I'm born poor, I'll live my decisions. If I'm born rich, at least I'll enjoy it.
You got disabled?
Gambler from
So
Spirit is a risk taker.
you say I have equal chance to be rich or poor. So I would say I want the rich to get everything, the poor to get nothing.
No, not
No, you can say that. In the limit you can say that. And you say I take my chances. I think I'll be rich, so I'll be okay.
If I'm poor, that's my decision, I'll live
I die in the streets, hunger, and you won't take your chance.
Maybe the spirit is a risk taker. I'm not saying it's myself, but does risk have?
They using minimums.
That's the definition of
Then you are not rational.
Okay, look at it.
Rationality is subjective.
Okay, you might do that, but I tell you, you will be washed out by the majority. You are going to be roles dealing with 250,000 people sample. And the outliers were 5 or 6 people in the whole sample. So you could be one of those. Okay, it's not going to destroy a theory because 5 or 6 people say, I will gamble. Probably if you were fully in that position, you will not gamble. You will not gamble if you knew
Right,
that.
I'm just hypothetical.
Okay, hypothetically. Now,
Did you hypnotize?
the Cyprus problem. I tried to solve the Cyprus problem because we had a group of people come from Cyprus, Turkish Cyprus and Greek Cyprus to Harvard, and we gave them presentation. It was also Mr. Theodore was there.
When was this?
It was about 15 years ago.
Who was the head of it?
Actually, I think the head of the group was, the Greek side was Dinos Mihailidis. The guy was-
How ironic.
Anyway, the point is, they came to Harvard, we took them to a nice place out in the mountains, and we gave them this theory, and we put them behind a veil of ignorance, we used all our equipment and everything else. And Turkish Cyprus and Greek Cyprus, and we had very interesting results about what kind of solution they want to decide this problem, what kind of principles about the three freedoms, about the refugees, the houses, returning, all these things. Because remember, if you are behind a veil of ignorance, you don't know whether you'll be a Turk or a Greek. If let's say you are a Turk, you will think, for example, things like, if I was a Greek, I was born in Greek, would I want someone to come and take my house away, right? I wouldn't want. So, or if I was a Greek Cypriot, would say, if I was in a country that was a minority, wouldn't I feel unsafe and I want some kind of guaranteed or security? It was very interesting. So we thought, okay, maybe sometimes we would try the real world here. So I was here, when I did this experiment, I wasn't with CIIM, I was in Harvard. Later on I came to CIIM and I was put here in Harvard. And I met a professor who probably will not teach you because he doesn't teach anymore in the MBA, but he teaches in the executive program, Alain Bagarra-Lampereur, who met at Essex University in France. He found him there as a professor of negotiations. In fact, he has an institute called IRINI. IRINI is called the name from the French, but the name is IRINI. It's instituts, researchers, negotiations, it comes in. Anyway, and he was involved in the Oslo Agreement, involved in various disputes between the Tutsis and the Hudus and Peru and Ecuador and so on. And so when I invited him to come here to teach negotiations to the MBAs, he said to me, you know something, why don't we try to apply this Russian theory to the Cyprus problem? So why don't you try to see if we can get the leaders together and so on. So because I was advisor of Papadopoulos and I was in the Council of Economic Advisors of Papadopoulos, I thought, why not, I can do that. Unfortunately, Papadopoulos said no. Not they said no, just said you're too busy actually. Talat said yes, it was Talat at the time. So I said, I sent him a message, says, well, maybe you have to go to the second level. Where's the second level? And the other side said yes, our side said no, because the minister at the time of Foreign Affairs was Likas. And he said, oh, no, I had a point, even though I was Pope, he said yes, because he studied in France, and this guy was also from France. But Likas said that I just assumed the ministry only a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, so it's not a... Anyway, so we kept going down on that. But anyway, but it was the 4th of July celebration, and I was invited to the celebrations of the embassy, in Nicosia, the American embassy of the 4th of July, the American independence. So, and it was at the time when the professor was here in Cyprus. So, I had the invitation, Mr. and Mrs. Panayotou, so I said to my wife, every year we go and you get bored there, so go with your friends and let me, I use the invitation to go with this professor. So
That's why he was a professor.
yes, so well the professor, this, you know, and so, you know, this was in 2005, it was after the Annan plan was rejected referendum. So, but the security was very high because it was after the 7/11, very close to the, even now it's very high security. So when I arrived at the desk there with the Marines, you know, to enter the check-in, so I gave my invitation, you know, they found the name, there's Theodore Panayotou, and saying, Mrs. Panayotou, I know the guy, just, they asked you, Mrs. Panayotou. I said, yes, here. He says, are you kidding me? I said, why? Is the problem? I said, it's the 21st century. So the Marine, he got up like this. You know, they were kind of threatened them. The ambassador saw us, so he came there and said, what is this? I told him. He said, let me, like the ambassador. Anyway, we went in. So, and we strategically position ourselves inside the compound, and there's the yard, when the president will come to talk to him. So when the president came in, and the ambassador was moving on the president to go to the podium, there was the swimming, next to the swimming pool, we are informed. So the ambassador asked the president, do you know Mr. Panayotou? He said, yes, he is one of my advisors. I said, Mr. President, let me introduce you to Mr. Professor Lamberer. I explained to him. He says, I remember you sent me a message, he says, but I couldn't see him and so on. So then I let the professor talk to him. And they talk about 5, 6, maybe 10 minutes, explain to him how about this method works and how it would. And Papadopoulos listened to this, and he says, that sounds very interesting, he says, but let me tell you something, guys. The key to the solution of the Cyprus problem is not here, it's in Ankara. Even if we agree with the Turkish Cypriots, based on your methods for a constitution, if Ankara doesn't agree, they will harm. Upon which we said to him, and the professor said to him, no problem, we can include also the Turks, Turkey, and Greece if you like. So, and Papadopoulos, which was very smart, she got the idea that this is the Tramelis, you know. He says, good luck to you guys. That was it. We tried to talk to the Likas too, but he didn't seem to be interested because he was there as well. So this was my attempt to apply this method to the Cyprus problem. I almost got arrested. Well, some people thought that I was also, anyway. Okay, so. I cannot tell you this theory in 4 minutes. So, now, let me, this last theory is actually the most important one. The most important for me is the most sophisticated one. And we will discuss it next time. Now, first of all, regarding your assignment, okay. We open up the book, we corrected our mistake, apologies again for the mistake. And you have until Thursday noon, and the one thing that I like you to review, the only thing I like to review for the next lesson, I know you don't have much time, it's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. But I like you to have it kind of a quick look, even just get the meaning of it. Is this paper by Michael Porter. It's called Strategy and Society, right? Is it what we call? What is it called? Strategy and Society. Just, I don't expect to read it all, but see what you can, just do what I call a quick reading. Read the call-out, the introduction, the conclusion. Try to see if you can quickly figure out what is the argument here. We will introduce it, but I just want you to see whether you can get the 13, it's number 13.
Yeah.
Number 13, it's in the new cell. Now, just read it. Yeah, exactly. You don't have and have it here for you. I'll give you. You need 2 of them? 3 of them? Where are the other ones? We did enough copies. Why? Someone must have taken more.
No, I want 2.
You have 2? Who doesn't have? Everybody has one? Everybody? That's everyone. Okay.
Excuse me?
What is that?
Is it possible to redo the assignment? Because personally I did it quickly today because I thought we don't have time.
Yes, you can redo it, yes. Can you allow it?
It's not allowed, it's only one time.
Huh?
You can go back, it just says in progress.
2 submissions.
Go back.
Huh?
It just says in progress if you go back to the...
No.
No, it doesn't allow you.
Did you submit it?
One attempt only.
Look, okay. You remember the assignments are learning exercises. I like you to do them. They are not graded strictly as exams or assignments. This is homework, okay? As long as you have time that you did this an effort, you don't need to go back and redo it. I mean, you got the marks already if you did it once and you did it. Okay, you don't have to do it perfectly. You have to make the effort. You're talking about the Enron, the one with Enron.
Yeah.
How you did it? How many people did the Enron? How did you like the movie?
Very nice.
Interesting?
It wasn't about that though.
Was it the same?
It was about Enron.
Bigger than
It was bigger than Enron. It was about many other companies, including Enron. But in some ways, it was about Cyprus too.
Oh yes.
Quite a bit.
That's true.
Okay. Some people have sent me links to movies or to articles, and I thank them. I thank several of you who did, but keep the good work. If you find any other relevant things, what I am going to do, when I am collecting them, I'm going to share them with you, all of them. At this time I have 7 or 8. I will send this, no, maybe some of them are not for this course, for the other course on, which we are going to do with you later. But I will send you whatever I have, okay? But if anybody has videos or papers or whatever else that you think would be useful, please share it. If you share them with me, I will share them with all of you. Now, before we break, let me ask you a question. We are not going to discuss it now, but let me ask you a question. How did you find the cases, working on the cases? Difficult, easy?
Which, the long ones or the small ones?
Either of them.
Easy one, that's why.
Huh?
Oh, I found the long ones, I think they were quite challenging.
You will watch hard.
The smaller ones were,
The smaller ones were easier.
yeah, straightforward.
Okay. But now that we did all the theories, do you think you can, it's a bit easier to?
Would be better.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning we did it on common sense, and now we can apply actually theories.
For example, if somebody sees the video and don't know what is option shares, probably will miss part of the meaning.
Well, in that case, I suggest to you the following. When you watch something or read something you don't know a term, because understandable, many of you this might be your first course. If you haven't done finance, if you don't come from other courses, you may not know what is stock options, for example. What is stock options? In that case, it's not very difficult if you just Google the term. You Google the term, it explains to you what it is. Don't be stuck because you don't know. In fact, it helps you later on with your accounting, with your finance, with other courses. If you Google 5 or 6 terms that you may not have heard before. Okay, any other question? Keep them now in the because we are going to discuss them and then we can hear them. Okay, I hope the theories you learned today, including the last one, you roll them a bit in your head. Okay, and what is important about them is the way of thinking, right? It's not particularly to know word by word everything. No, the approach is a little different way of thinking, of looking at things. Okay, that help you analyze problems in life and at work, right? And make better decisions. But then it's up to you. What theory you choose, how you are going to do, it's up to you. Okay? Thank you.